everybody, it's Kulipup here again, and another video with words from my spirit. Going through my journal of my first couple of weeks, couple months or whatnot of actually waking up. And these were the conversations I was having with my spirit at the time, which is now, of course, me, because I've entered this vessel entirely. So hopefully you'll get a little inspired and to see what you would like to ask your spirit. Okay, continuing on. Again, this is just starting from a new page, new transcript. So question: what should I focus on for steady tonight? Answer: you should focus on me. Me in what way? Answer: by imagining all there is to know about life inside this box. Because we are, of course, in the matrix game of life level 1. So I was just like in this box, like, okay. And then I'm like, literally all there is to know? Answer: yes. Knowledge. Go out and seek information. That's what I was telling myself. Me? Okay, where do I start? Answer: you start by asking yourself why you like it. Me? Should I make a list? Yes, that would be good. Me? Why did I get so emotional right now? Because I had made a list. I had made a list of all the things I enjoyed, all the things I loved about life and so forth. So I'm like, why did I get so emotional right now? I felt quite calm in my head, but I had such a strong compulsion to cry. Answer: you started to cry because your emotional body was triggered. And I'm like, but what was the trigger? Answer: your disagreement. Yes, but what part of the disagreement triggered the emotional body? It was the part when you said no to the control, as you are trying to control having no control. Yeah, my control issues went deep. Me? Was it because I failed at having no control? Because again, I found it so difficult just to let go. Just to let go and go with the flow of the universe. Go and just do what makes me feel happy. Follow my purpose. I had so much trouble with that. And the answer was, so I was asking, was it because I failed at having no control and I didn't relinquish it? The answer was no, it was because you failed at accepting no control. Because my mind couldn't accept it. And then I was like, okay, but why tears? Why was I crying? And the answer was because you have a lot of pent-up frustration. And me, I was just like, about what? Answer: pressure that is on you. And I was, because while I was going through this process, yeah, I was running a business, having a family life, trying to still find time for myself and go out and enjoy time with my family. So I had a lot of pent-up frustration because I was overwhelming myself. But as so many women do, I was just crack on, wipe your nose, crack on, and go for it and suppress and move on. So I wasn't even aware of all of the frustrations because I didn't acknowledge any of them. I didn't acknowledge, I didn't process, I hadn't done inner work at this time. Truly, this was the beginning parts of my inner work. And then, of course, the pressure. So what about? Like, what am I frustrated about? The pressure that is on you. And the question I had then was, does this action take from my synergy cell? Because this is my energy, right? So all this crying, all this emotion, I was just like, does it take from my energy? Because I'm trying to build this thing here. And the answer was yes. And then I'm like, is it better to try and change my thoughts to suppress or just take the synergy cell hit? Answer: it is always best to do both. Accept the situation, take the hit, but move on quickly and don't dwell on it. Then I asked, what are all the types of pressures I'm under? Answer: everything, really. Be a good mom, employer, wife, psychic, make a living, cook meals, clean up, look pretty, stay in contact with friends, and find quiet time every day. I literally, when that came out, and I actually addressed all of the things, I just cried. because it was so true. I was under so much pressure. I was under so much pent-up frustration that I had not processed, because to be a good mom, you know, I was just like, not that I didn't think I was a good mother, because my children are lovely, they're absolutely brilliant, but not being a good employer, you know, like taking care of my staff, making sure everybody knew what they were doing, where they were going, and finding the time for my kids, and then being a good wife at the same time, you know, finding that quality time with my husband, whilst, you know, cooking, cleaning, and trying to keep my appearance up, and so on and everything like that. I was exhausted, just exhausted. So when my spirit, when I told myself these things, just pointed out the blatant obvious, I broke down, absolutely broke down. Now, at this point, there was also this is not Alton's problem, because Alton is my husband's avatar's name at the time, which we were still going by those names. He cannot help you or bring comfort. You must face these issues by yourself. Because I started to cry. And at that moment, in my frustration, I was longing for my twin. I was longing for my husband to come and hold me and comfort me and make me feel good. But my spirit was like, no, you've got to face these issues. There are going to be times when you need to, you know, sort yourself out. And this is one of those times. It's not his responsibility. And I was like, okay. So then, snapped back into it. Question, how do I alleviate these pressures? Answer, you trust in me. Follow your flow. There is only pressure because you are blocking your energies or giving them in the wrong direction. No, do not seek comfort. Face this. Because as soon as you said that, I was just like, you know, I was getting emotional again. And that's why I was like, do not seek any comfort. Face this right now. And I was like, question, this is me now. Okay. Is waking up every day and checking my daily agenda with you for advice, will this help? Telling me what to do in each moment? Answer, yes. I can see your flow, so I know where to guide you. Okay. So this is me kind of just like, okay, let's relinquish control. I'm just going to do this with you. Okay, so question now. Okay, but having money or financial security is such an issue for me. If I continue to spend without checking my balance, is this still what I should do? Because at this point, my spirit was telling me as well to, which I didn't record, but to don't worry about it. If you need to take time for yourself, take time. Don't book people in. Don't do things. But I was so, because again, my time equaled money at this point in my life. And again, because I was earning a considerable amount of money, if I missed out on a day, I missed out on a pretty large chunk of earnings. And so I was just like really, really apprehensive of letting go of that control, because I was the kind of individual, although I had a good amount of money in the bank, like I didn't want for anything. If I needed to go get something, the money was always there for me to go get something or whatever I needed. And I would always be checking my balance, keeping on top of control, keeping into complete and total control. So I'm like, well, what should I do? Should I still do this? Is this, so without checking my balance, is this what I should do? And it's like, yes, I got your back. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay, got it then. I will make my list of all the things I enjoy about this world. And then I did. I'm like, I love colors, the vibrancy, the transition in nature, the vibrations that come about in perfect harmony. 2, I love the feeling of a warm drink on a cold day. You know, I was just like spouting off a bunch of things. And by the way, when my spirit said, yes, I got your back, don't worry. Of course. And this happened even more so as I progressed onwards. Anytime I needed money, it would come. It would come. So I really should have, this anxiety, this worry was just silly. And then I was like, I love jazz music. I love people who create the music. I love beauty of nature. I love sense of humor. I love the still silence darkness brings. Not the fear, but just the stillness. I love water. Oh gosh, a shoreline is beautiful. I like animals and how they all get along or keep out of each other's way, but all in harmony. And I've got loads of other things here. I've got a few things. And that was what I had there. So next video, we'll do some more.